I believe it was Einstein's theory of relativity, wasn't it, that said, if you combine the corporate meat writing of a Nintendo fan with the obsessive toxic positivity of a Disney adult, you get the ultimate gamer fanboy. The Sims player.
Like, oh, let's make fun of the girl who took a risk and put herself out there creatively.
As much as we all want to blame EA for this constantly broken 11-year-old game that has 99 DLC and cost $1,400, the truth of the matter is, if it weren't for these diehard fans supporting this game and buying all those 99 DLC, the Sims franchise wouldn't be in the position it is today. And to be honest, it's one of the best examples of a gaming community that is destroying a franchise from the inside out. But while we're on this topic, a quick word from our sponsor, Instant Gaming. They've been a sponsor on this channel for the last 10 months, and overall, it's a safe and easy way to buy games at low prices. Last month, you guys bought over 150 games using my link, so I think it's safe to say you guys enjoy saving money as well. I always say this, but I do not recommend using Instant Gaming or sites like this to buy indie games, but if it's a AAA title, all bets are off. So stop overpaying for video games today and head over to Instant Gaming using the link in the description. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. Before we get into specific examples of just how insane the Sims community is, I want to be clear that this video is not meant to shame anybody. There's a lot of very casual Sims players, and this video is not directed at them. So my issue today is with the rabid fanboys, or in this case, the fangirlies and fangazies. The ones who become absolutely hysterical anytime someone criticizes the game. The ones who see criticism of the game as a personal attack. These are the people who are holding the game back in the worst possible way. Electronic Arts is a profit-driven company that values their bottom line over everything else. So if the players actually developed a backbone and stopped supporting this game with their wallets, EA would have to react. But it's my belief that these hardcore fans are preventing that from actually happening. A couple months ago, I covered this game called Infinity Nikki. It was a very popular action-adventure cozy game that essentially imploded overnight due to this problematic update. It was a shit show. But what wasn't a shit show was the way the Infinity Nikki community rallied together and boycotted the game. When I saw it, I was so proud of the way that these players stood up and said, we're not going to play this game. We're not buying shit. We're going to leave bad reviews. We're going to send feedback to the developer. It was a beautiful example of the way a community of consumers can rally together in defense of themselves. It's a similar thing that happened with another Electronic Arts game, Battlefront 2. The game came out, it was not free to play, and it was filled to the brim with microtransactions, and the players boycotted so hard that it resulted in a $3 billion loss in EA's value. That is how much their boycott affected the stock price. And because of this, EA was forced to respond. And they responded by ultimately removing all those microtransactions. Consumers do have the ability to affect change. But again, only if they actually step the fuck up. Case in point, okay? Every single time The Sims 4 is broken and people start complaining, I've noticed there's a particular horde of Sims 4 players that come in and defend the Sims team and basically try to shut down any and all criticism. For example, when The Sims 4 Life and Death expansion was released and people were complaining about missing features such as there not being any seasons in the new world, an active member of the Sims community literally made up a lie to get people to stop complaining. What was the lie, you ask? Well, this person started a rumor that a Sims developer had received death threats amidst all the backlash about this DLC. This fake news made its rounds, and before you knew it, all the complaints had stopped and players were calling on everyone to send hugs to the developers.
The lies! There you go, this bitch.
The reason we know this rumor is a lie is because the developer's DMs were turned off, so no one could have DM'd him any threats, and there were also 0 tweets sent to him that were anything close to a threat. This fanboy literally made that shit up. What the fuck? And this is why it's a problem. Every single time the Sims community tries to hold EA and the Sims team accountable, for some reason they always stop short. And these fanboys who make up excuses and even lie to try to subvert blame are not helping. By the way, I have to talk about this because it bothers me to no end, but what is up with this constant be nice to the dev shit that I hear from the Sims community? I want to be clear on this because this is where I'm coming from, and I think it's also where a lot of other people are coming from. When people criticize the devs, they're referring to the development studio, the Sims team. Sim Guru Ninja, the one who that rumor was about, is in fact not a lowly developer. He is a production director on The Sims 4. Go and look up the average annual salary for a production director for a video game company. And keep in mind that this is a $38 billion company. We do not need to send him hugs. Sim Guru Graham is also a production director, not a fresh out of college dev. Sim Guru Lindsay is the vice president of the whole damn Sims franchise. And they're all members of the Sims team. When people like myself talk about holding the Sims team accountable, they're talking about these people, the leadership that's responsible for overseeing the game and all the DLC, who are the ones making the important decisions. I don't know who started this whole blame EA, not the Sims team nonsense, but what in the hell do you mean we can't criticize the actual studio, the team making this game? What do you mean the criticism has to be directed toward the mysterious overlords at EA? We're not making any damn sense here, and it's like excuse after excuse. Anything to actually not hold the people accountable who deserve to be held accountable. Anyway, you may have heard that a recent patch for The Sims 4 broke several pregnancy features in the game. And here's what I found so interesting. When people online began complaining about this, some of the more active members of the Sims community started gaslighting people into believing that this wasn't actually that big of a deal. Take a look at this tweet, for example. Imagine simping so hard that you try to convince people into believing that a very real problem isn't real. Now, luckily, not everyone is brainwashed, and there were plenty of people who corrected this guy, but do you see where I'm going with this? There's always a Sims fanboy with an excuse. Actually, let's get a little messy, okay? Speaking of gaslighting, the amount of weird, manipulative shit that I've seen actual EA partners, content creators do is inexcusable. When the Life and Death expansion pack was released, one EA partner posted a screenshot of a funeral he was having in the game with the caption that said, "The funerals are amazing." To give you some context, when it was announced that funerals were coming with this pack, people were concerned because historically in The Sims 4, if you tell a Sim to sit down, they don't fucking sit down. They'll stand up and play musical chairs. I remember playing the Get Famous expansion, and you know how there's like award ceremonies or whatever? Every 2 seconds, the Sims were standing up, they were passing out, doing push-ups, all that shit. So it makes sense that people were concerned about how funerals would actually work because they're supposed to sit down. He posted this screenshot from his early access gameplay, leading people to believe that funerals worked amazing. Those were his words. The funerals are amazing. But I went to his live stream where he actually took this photo.
Stop me. We have the clip. Please play the clip.
Roll the clip. His Sims were playing musical chairs, passing out on the floor. His Sims only sat down in their chairs for a maximum of 10 seconds. Somebody even commented on his post saying, "Oh, so there were no issues with Sims standing up?" And he replied, "No. I'll take EA partners lying on your ass for 200, please." Despicable. Sorry, it's despicable. But don't forget to use their creator code at checkout.
10 reasons why you should use my EA affiliate code.
Just recently, okay, a few days ago, I saw this post on Reddit where someone said, "We need to boycott this new DLC until they fix the problems with the game." And as part of the post, they included a thumbnail from a YouTuber's video about recent bugs in The Sims 4. The thumbnail is from this creator named Only Abadoing. I don't know if I'm saying that right. He's been around for a long time. He's an EA partner. No, I don't think they're all bad. And in this case, I found his video to be very honest and informative, and I appreciated that he even made this video at all.
It doesn't work now. You cannot drag it into the sink, into the trash bin, or even this. Usually it works.
But as you can imagine, this post got the Sims fanboys riled up, and instead of people actually acknowledging how the game is broken, the people in the comments started complaining about the thumbnail itself. What a weird spin of the narrative. The top comment on that post is someone saying the thumbnail's clickbait. That is what people took from this post? Not that the game is bugged the fuck out. It's that the thumbnail is wrong.
Wait. You said...
Let me actually tell you another story to prove my point. Last year, an EA partner named Kiwi Sims posted a screenshot of a Satch on Sims video, and he wrote, Who are the 96,000 people watching this clickbait trash? Satchon Sim's video, the one he was calling clickbait, was about the preponderance of bugs that were introduced by The Sims 4 Lovestruck DLC.
Ever since the release of The Sims 4 Lovestruck, the game has been fundamentally broken. Would I say this is the most severe patch update we've had? I think so.
But The Sims fanboys get so offended by anyone criticizing the game, they chalk every criticism up to clickbait and ragebait. You look insane. But about this EA partner shading Satchon Sims, you know it's funny because I actually remember a tweet that the Sims team released saying that if any EA partner was found to be bullying anyone online, they would immediately be removed from the program.
What you trying to say?
Anyway, I was on Twitter at the time and I responded to this by saying, actually, a lot of people don't like The Sims 4. A lot of people are unhappy with the game and think it's a joke. Maybe they're some of the people who are watching these videos. When I did that, as you can imagine, Sims fanboys proceeded to make disgusting sexual comments about me. They accused me of using drugs. They said I supported transphobia, that I was alt-right. It's like they just pick a label out of a hat. Sims fans display some of the lowest of the low behavior I've ever seen in a gaming community. They make entire Reddit threads about how much they hate certain content creators. They go on witch hunts against anyone who dares to criticize their precious game. They spread defamatory lies about people who speak the truth. And for what? Again, imagine spending your time defending a product made by a $38 billion company. It's embarrassing as fuck, each and every time. So yeah, these people are to blame for why this broken game is 99 DLC deep with no plans of stopping or getting any better. And although I don't support The Sims 4, I've been putting my money where my mouth is for several years at this point. It's sad to see this happen because I grew up loving this game. I used to play this game with my sister as a kid, and I am ultimately a fan. That's why I'm even making these videos. It's not because I'm a hater who loves to rage bait. As a matter of fact, most of the people who are criticizing this game online are fans as well. Real fans will not support what EA has done with this franchise, and I'm disgusted by the behavior I've seen from this community, including the content creators who either directly or indirectly lie and manipulate their viewers. Over the last several months, I've been moving away from making Sims videos. I'm really enjoying branching out and exploring different topics, and I'm very grateful to the people who have stuck around and supported me. But the reason I still make Sims videos here and there is that, again, it's a franchise I've known and loved for most of my life, and watching it kind of self-destruct before my very eyes, it sucks. But the Sims fanatics, they don't make me sad, they actually disturb me. These people are not real fans, they're enablers. They're not defending the game, they're being mean people. They're not supporting the devs, they're manipulating you. And they're not helping the game. They're destroying it from within. But what do I know? I'm just a rage bait hater, right?
Yeah, right.
Thought she said something to me. We were never friends, told them I am not your buddy. Now they all call, I got some buzz like honey. Then they check the Spotify and they looking at me funny. I don't blame you, dog, that's how this shit goes. Same two paths, we just pick different roads. Glue on the safe, I just stuck to the code. Now they tell me that I'm driven, bro, I already drove. So diverse.